Okay, folks. Hello, YouTubers. All right. I've got a not mouse, but microphone on this thing. Hoping maybe it'll be a little better than the microphone that's on the camera. It's a $60 camera, so when you can't really splurge on extras, uh, well, you got to buy cheap, and well, you get what you pay for. Tested that microphone without trying to make an actual video. It seemed to do okay, but it didn't really sound much different than the microphone that's on the camera itself. Folks, 2008 Ford Escape Hybrid. Yes, the battery is dead. Well, not dead, but bad. This is what I've been working towards since February. It's been a long endeavor. I've already got one battery rack out. Today is the day that the bottom rack comes out. This thing comes out of the car. It's already been out once. It's an overcast today. Well, it's supposed to rain this afternoon. And today is what, the 8th? And looks like the time's about right on the timestamp too. So, I've got a mess. You guys want to see it? Tripod seems to be coming in handy. Alright, yep. Bonafide mess. What I'll be doing is using the sawhorses to put the battery on. That's what I did before. I'm really hoping to be able to leave it out and it's not going to rain. But it's going to rain. It feels like it's going to rain. So that means I'll have to put the battery back. Now the base of this battery is made out of plastic. So that part of it's light, but the batteries themselves, when I get everything built in, both of those shelves together is going to be pretty heavy, at least 200 pounds. Maybe 160, I guess, for both shelves. But this thing has other stuff in it too. When I get the case out of here, I've got to put all the electronics back without the battery, because I've got to retrofit the new battery I've built to go in it and make it serviceable. So if I have to take it out, I don't have to be taking the Ford electronics out before I can get the battery out. That was really annoying. But without further ado, let's see if I can handle this by myself. I had to get this case out of here with me and my fiance before, but today I'm going to lift it bottom shelf out, and that should make it a lot lighter. Not too sure what I'm going to do with the batteries, other than set them off to the side because they're definitely going to be in the way. And the gray cat you guys may see in the back, right there, that's one of two. We got two cats. Anybody that's watching this, that may be watching it for info, the top plate comes off. If you didn't watch any videos on disassembling the battery, I'm sorry, I'm not doing that here. But I will say that this top cover is the back half of the cover, and the front half has straps. It's got a cable down on that end and a couple straps here, so You can pretty much leave this on. The battery will come out of there without having to take this off at all. Not exactly level, but tripod sitting on the ground, in at level. There's a service disconnect. I may be able to use that for a shelf. Well, it looks like it can. There. Service disconnect. When I'm done, that service disconnect should be fully functional. Quite a few years. Got the right to be stubborn. Now. See, the top layer of this is plastic. That's what joins it together. Now the battery that I'm putting in, it's going to be thicker, so I'll probably have to do some standoffs and some window foam to fill in the gap. That's what I'm thinking anyway. Alright. How to get this on the sawhorse? I don't want to bend that edge. It's okay, you guys can laugh if I drop it. Quite alright. Last time I took it out, there was two of them in here, and it was no problem. And for that third battery, well, second shelf, top shelf rather, I think I may have to cut the back side of this battery out. And when the sawhorse flips at a bad time, well, that's certainly a problem. You alright in there? Okay. Ah, foam pieces on the bottom. Alright. Guess I'm not using the top cover for a shelf. Okay. That was horrific. Look, you guys in a little closer. How much can you not see? This is why I was saying I'm going to need at least 2 days for this battery to sit out. But I could probably get it done in a day. But with the rain, I'm going to have to dance around it and use a tarp to cover it over. But today, this bottom shelf battery is coming out. That's the service disconnect. And that's the output. Yep, 12 rows with one blank. That's what I was counting. Kind of starting to think I should probably get the tarp out. But tarp's covering my trailer. And the tailgate's covering 3/4 of the battery. Let's see. If I turn the battery the other way, the tailgate would be covering all of it. But I need the passenger seat side to be exposed so I can cut that back out. Screw, screw. Yep, might have known. I come out here to do something, and Mother Nature decides she wants to make it rain. Okay, well, for a buck and ducker's sake, this battery is free. And I was wanting to sit it on my AC unit out here because it's off the ground. But if it's going to rain, that's just going to expose the batteries to water. What I'm planning on doing with these cells is testing them, taking the ones that test good, and I may make a small battery out of it. I don't know. But for the time being, I've really got no use for them. Get away from me, stupid walk. I suppose I could set these in the building to keep them dry. I mean, you guys see my place is small. I don't have any room to put these batteries. I was very lucky to have room to build the batteries that I needed to build. But I got to do something because the first drop of rain, I'm packing it up. Well, go get the building keys, and I'll just put these batteries in there. We're actually not supposed to get any rain for a few hours, and they're calling for thunderstorms right around 4 o'clock. Time stamp right now, well, I can't see it, but I'm sure it's a couple hours out. But with Mother Nature being the way it is, that top shelf ain't really bothering anything right now, so I'll leave it alone. And this was, yes, the top cover for the fans. I've got to test those too to make sure they're good. Trying to reach my hand inside one. Can't do it. Pull the top off of them. Oh wow, that's light. Front's still a little heavy, but it's got all this plastic and the fans in the front. And looks like the base of that is plastic. And it's a, yeah, base of it's plastic, center's plastic, and then a metal plate to harden that down to the car. Oh man, those bolts are weather exposed. So yes, they may rust. I had a problem with a few of them. Uh-oh. There is a screw down in a hole sticking upside down, and it happens to be a mount screw. I don't think I'm going to be able to use the mount screws, though. I believe they're going to be too short. Now, as far as this way goes, no problem. Battery's going to be a little short. But this way, it may fill this cabinet clean up, and I got to cut off the back. But I can't go any farther out this way because of the fans. I do want to keep this assembly, and plus I have to for Ford electronic reasons. And plus it'll give air circulation for the batteries when they get warm, because the thermal sensors, the Ford thermal sensors are there. And got all the screws out. Oh, well, how about I grab the battery backwards? It's got to go in this way. Yep, I was right. I'm going to have to cut the whole back side of that plastic out. It's propped on the fan. I forgot to make that. Ground output for the service disconnect. I forgot to put a nut bolt on it. Fans are sitting too low for me to get under them. And that is the wire pinched. Not good. That's not going to help. Yep, starts going right back up. Yeah, this is what I was afraid of. You can't really, I mean, you can go by a measurement, but you're not really going to know how it's going to fit until it fits. Let's see. Mount down bracket going across the back. That's going to have to go. And then the plastic cut completely off the width of the battery. With that being plastic, well, there's no chance that it's going to short. So, all good there. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. If I can get this, oh, I'll just lift the tripod up. Okay, now as you can see, this is holding it up. It's also supporting the factory cable harness. The plastic's going in this way, so that's no good. What's going across the back is a metal bracket. These are 3 spots to support the battery down onto the chassis itself. And of course the same problem over here, only, yeah. And then the fans is going to be the other problem. I've got to scoot it out far enough to clear the fans. This is going underneath, but this is not. And as far as the battery stack, I can take the factory harness, run it through here and across into here and back out over to here with no issue really. Those are plenty strong enough to hold that top shelf battery, but this back half, as wide as the battery, is going to have to be cut. So, okay, now the camera's protected in case it starts pouring rain, and I'll freak out and yeah, well, I'm sure you get it. Alright, what to do? Heavy. Yeah, this is the bolts that held them down. And they are way too thick, so that's not going to work. Well, I've got something on the very outside, which is cool. That makes it nice. I can probably work something out to strap them down that way. Fans. I need clearance for the fan. Now, why did that feel like that was rolling on something? Oh, yeah, that's got to go. plastic nub sticking up. That's going to wreak havoc on the batteries dropping down. But looks like they're perfectly wide enough for the fans. That's fantastic. The original harness I'll have to run through the battery itself and just cut the back side. Okay, I can set this battery on top of the old top shelf battery. And try not to smash my fingers. It's safe in there. Alright. I'm going to have to get the cutting wheel. Cut those nubs out of there. And jigsaw. And a tool set. Hi, Oscar. The other cat. Alright, so 1/4 inch tool set would work. Metric. A little DeWalt cutoff wheel tool for the plastic, and a jigsaw. Be back in a minute. No, I did not get the jigsaw. At least not yet. Well, I do believe this will cut through this plastic pretty easy. May not need a good saw. What I want to level out is going to be probably pushing upward on the bottom battery. is a spacing on the bottom of the battery, but I think these are a little bit thicker than what that spacing is. Because of the parts that they use for the 3D printing. Anyway, these were sticking up, holding the battery suspended on the black side. Now I need to get this. Whilst I am here, this is plastic, and it's way too long for the socket set that I have for my 1/4" drive. That is wonderful. Probably should have allowed a little extra spacing for more sockets. Oh well. And I'm hearing thunder out in the distance, so that's just one of those days. Try to get something done and keep getting rain and rain and rain and more rain. 10. Yes. The side that I'm on right now is actually the output side. The other side has a plug too over in the corner. But the output cable, I mean, to be honest with you, it looks like it's about a 6. That's discouraging. A 6 under high current. That's going to be a major voltage drop. And that metal bracket actually folds underneath. So that's not cool. Oh, right, there's 2 plugs over here. So that means not only do I have to cut the metal shelf out, I've also got to do the plastic. That's me. Well, looking at the bottom of this casing, it's actually metal. Yes, it's metal. With a plastic bucket on the inside. And that definitely complicates things because, well, I'm not going to be able to run that cable through the holes. That's pretty stiff and too big of a diameter. So it's going to have to be sitting on top of the bottom shelf and not run through. Might be able to reuse that tape. Still pretty sticky in parts of it. It's a fabric type. The base of it's fabric, and then adhesive on the other side. That adhesive's gone, so that figures. Yep, stayed inside the case. Okay. Hmm. Okay. I need to see where I want to set this battery at. Mark it and cut out the plastic. I really only need enough clearance to drop that battery down in place. Which looks like it's going to be the bottom corners. And that means I'm going to have to cut out the plastic shell. But I definitely don't want to pull that metal shelf off of there and get this plastic bucket out, because that's just, no, that's too much. You know, if I have to, it's no problem. I'll take a jigsaw to the back of the steel bracket to get the battery in place. I've got no problem with that. But I need to find out where I want to set this battery at and mark it. Why does that look like it's wrong? Oh, because it's backwards. Oh, the wrench. Oh, monkey wrench. I gotta have this space cleared. It's gotta be cleared. That's actually going to be lifted up off. Yeah, I don't know about that. Folks, I'm probably going to have to lift this battery in and put it back. Take it back out several times. That's actually a good spot for it to go. I've got an old mount right here, here, and here. And hopefully I don't end up breaking a wire trying to take it in and take it in, taking it out, putting it back. And that's pushed back way too far. It's not even all the way forward. Well, that's where I want it. Lens cover. It's, yeah, can't quite see. And of course the viewer's going to flip upside down, so I got to look backwards and upside down. But there's quite a bit of plastic here I've got to cut out, and it's going to have to come out as a even with the bottom of this, because that's where I'm cutting it at. This low point right here. That's where I'm cutting. And reason being, that's the same height as these. The old mount points. There's a couple old mount points in the center too, but I'm not going to use those. These do have a slight lift on them. If I think it's going to be a problem once I get it seated flush, I can always shove foam underneath the battery. Was that water? Yes. Trying to rain. Okay, people. I guess that's pretty much going to wrap it up for today because of the rain. I think this is going to be a 2 or 3 hour endeavor for the rain coming in. I'm going to set this battery back in the back seat. I'm glad it only weighs about 80 pounds because that top shelf is going to be a nightmare. It's one more row. Alright, now I gotta move the camera to put this box back in the car. Why did I have to deal with rain? Guess I'll go in the house and play Division 2, Tom Clancy's Division 2 until the rain passes. At least this case is a lot lighter. Except for the up here. It's pretty light in the back. Battery's over there, the fans are covered over. Yep, starting to get raindrops. I really don't want to quit. But I guess I'm going to have to because I need this casing outside. Okay, I'm going to shut it down because of the rain. It's supposed to be thunderstorms, so most likely it's going to be bad rain. I don't want to be out in it with this casing. I don't want anything. Well, it's not like it's going to get shorted. There's no power. But point being, water could cause the connections to corrode. I'll get this moved back a little more and shut it down. So to you guys, it'll be a split second, but when I start the video again to continue, I'll leave the time and date stamp so you can take a look when I got started again. Depending on how bad the thunderstorm is, I don't know, but it looks like it's going to last probably 3-4 hours at least. Catch you in a second. Hello, YouTube. Okay, I've got the stand actually inside the case. Just to let you guys actually see what I'm doing really well. Of course, I could stand it out and then zoom in, but try this for a second. It's been a few hours now. The storm's cleared over, and we're due to get more rain right around 9 o'clock. So I've got a couple hours at least, unless we get a surprise, which is quite possible. Okay, I got that cut out. So I'm guessing you people know what I'm gonna do next, and that's put the battery in and take it back out to make adjustments. Oh, at least I don't have to put it back inside the car because the rain clouds are cleared right now. Even though that don't mean yeah, these things is what I was talking about earlier. I'm having to cut the plastic even with these, and there is a metal insert inside that. So I don't know. I actually would like to get it down farther to the base, but um, I can use some of the foam that came in the packaging. I haven't gotten rid of any of that packaging yet. It came with a lot of foam. So maybe level it out some with the foam to cushion the plastic. Yes, that's a mess, but when you have molten plastic, like trying to cut it the way I did, that stuff's gonna happen. So let's get you guys moved. Zoom in a little. Yeah, one time zoom in. And my battery's about to die. That's just fantastic. I've got the other one in my pocket. I'll wait till this one starts beeping at me. So if you see a abrupt cut, then, well, I had to change the battery. Let me guess, it's extruding the metal. Both sides. That is serious. And yep, had to change my battery. That didn't last long when I seen that light turn red. Just long enough to get this battery set in place and see what kind of problem I've got. Well, it looks like I cut over far enough, but I might want to go another ½ inch. And that is going to take out two back mounts and half of the third one. That is where I want it. And why is one side of this plastic casing higher than the other? cutting. Ow, my fingers. Yeah, it's the extra space I'm going to need for the ground to loop back in. But the good news is, I don't think it's going to extrude the original back plate because there was a little bit of a gap back there anyway. Oh crap. I think it's trying to rain again. My. This cable comes out the front, goes across the fan set. This one goes out over here to this box. This goes out to that box. And these cables go to that box. I never loosened that. Why is that loose? Factory blunder, I suppose. Looks okay back here. There's no metal cutting into the plastic except for this side touching. But these battery holders are pretty rugged. Not that they cannot be broken, because I've already had a leg break on this one. But it'll hold. As long as it's got downward force, it'll stay in place. And I'll use the original hold them down spot and put straps across the top of the battery to keep it held down. This will stabilize it to keep it from moving this way, and then the extra support from the straps off that. That's gonna be beautiful. I'd really like to go ahead and set this second battery on here and then put the battery in the car, but I'm a one-man team at the moment. My fiance is visiting her family in Cincinnati. So I'm going to have to do it the hard way, and I'm probably going to hurt my back. I'm gonna have to cut a slot in that foam for this harness. I'm gonna leave this bottom rack in, turn this thing around, and slide it in place. With two in it, I think it's gonna be too heavy for me to manage. And I definitely don't want to leave a magnet behind. Oh, wow. If anybody happens to try to take apart one of these batteries, it's going to be Torx security bits on the Ford. The plug. It's Torx security bits on the Ford circuit boards. And your top shelf is turned upside down, so all your circuit boards is down at the bottom, in between the batteries. Yes, that is annoying. I knocked a piece of foam off the bottom. That's probably to keep the bottom pan from making noise. But what can you do? Alright. That wire kept getting pinched over in this corner. It's in a good spot right now. What I'm afraid of is the way I would have to put the battery in. It would end up damaging the wire. That's, yeah, I don't want to push my luck. I would rather struggle and strain a little bit to get this thing in and just set that top rack on what's already ready to be done. Of course, I got a cat that loves to stay around my feet when I'm doing something. I don't know why. But I can accept that. Alright, now we get that 13 row. That's another 6 pounds, maybe, over what this one weighs. you in the car. Ain't that a pretty sight? I think it is. Now, I've only been working on this on weekends. It took the longest to build the battery, because of testing all the cells. I can only test 3 or 4 a day, and see, there's 425 modules at 4S. That's a lot of cells, folks. $13 and $12, 25 times 4. That's what, 200 cells? It took me a while, because I could only do 3 or 4 a day. Sometimes only 2. I think this will work out just fine. That wire's in a good place. Yeah. Meow. Meow meow. I may run a self-tapping screw down the bottom to keep the whole battery from shifting right or left, because I really don't need it to move. I don't want it to move. Although it's not going to be able to move on this side. It is pretty close to a stop. Okay, I guess it's time to stop the dread and get these electronics out. Oh Lord, I overlapped that. I gotta have this going out the back. Unplug it. Yeah, I put a lot of thought in a lot of this too. I had to, because this Bluetooth, well, they gotta go somewhere. You put them in a solid metal case, you'll never see them. And it looks like this is gonna work out okay. I can slide the Bluetooth out the back. Hope that's not loose. Nope, it's tight. Okay. I'll get bolted down like that. I may have to do some drilling. I'm not expecting everything to go perfect, that's for sure. These are the top covers for the fans. here. Alright. I should probably get my phone and double check that battery. Okay, time to check the Bluetooth on this battery. Make sure all the cells are still connected and doing okay. Bluetooth modules that we got. 1D41. Looks like I need to trigger that one. And 1D57. 1D41, add. Oh, good. 156 volts for the bottom right, people. Check the cells. One D57, all cells 3.2 volts. That's just fantastic. Now 1D41, check the cells. All cells 3.2 volts. Okay, battery died as I was going in to get the battery to bring it out. I went on and set it in place, and that was only to find out that I'm having a problem. This 4S active balance was dead. So I grabbed my phone and well, that's how I found out it was dead. The Bluetooth wouldn't work. It wouldn't show up. So I pulled the Bluetooth module and plugged it in another active balance. I forgot which one it was, but yeah, it doesn't matter. It's Bluetooth. Just to make sure the cable wasn't damaged, and it wasn't. The serial number for the Bluetooth popped right up on the phone, no problem. So fantastic. Went to check the voltage on the batteries, and all 4 cells for that 4S active balance was at 2.3 volts. So the active balance board actually shut down completely and would not let me see the voltage of the cells. I put it on charge overnight. I guess you can see this battery. This is one of my solar cell batteries for the house. This is what I use for my home power, along with a bunch of others, of course, but this is only one. Hooked up to a CCCV buck boost. Well, not boost, but buck converter to charge that cell row. Now that I've got the camera, I haven't checked it. I just got the camera set up. And as far as the battery dying on this camera, not going to happen. Little something I built a while back. It's at 68%, so it's thick. 2 rows. That's all parallel. I think it's like maybe 10 cells. They're lower grade cells, but that thing, I can charge some phones and stuff with that, and it lasts a long while. My fiance used it one time when we had power out, and I think she ran that completely dead in about 5 hours. She had it plugged in, charging her battery while she was using the tablet playing games. Yeah, so it's got some capacity. Anyway, I've got to check the voltage on these 4 cells. It should be somewhere in the neighborhood of I think 13.6 for the entire voltage. Get this all unplugged. I don't know what happened, but in the last video I said something about a cold solder joint, and I got it fixed. But all the cells was at 3.3 volts when I fixed the solder connection. Somehow they went from 3.2 volts down to 2.3 volts for the entire row. So that's going to make me leery of actually doing full assembly on this entire case and getting it enclosed for a while. Yeah, I just don't want to do that. Alright. Try and get things cleared out, because this battery's got to be flipped back over and then set in place. I've already had it set in place once, and I was extremely disappointed when that 4S wouldn't come up on my phone. In fact, I need to get my phone, so I'll be right back. Let's see, the serial number of that Bluetooth was 204AD. There it is. Alright. Sitting at 13.4 volts for that 4S active balance. 3.3 volts straight across the board. Voltage difference is about 0.03. That's pretty good. But that still doesn't explain why all 4 batteries drop that much in power over less than a week stretch. That's why I let these batteries sit as long as I did. And this one sat the longest. The bottom rack one, I think it sat, I let it sit for about 2, maybe 3 weeks. But this one sat for about a month and a half. Yeah, so double. And I checked them at least once a week. This was never a problem until it got about time to put it in place. I need to do something different here. I've got some ties. Where? Oh, the hot glue is done getting out. Ah, jeez. Oh, good thing the ground post ain't against this metal, because the were positive posts. Because my ground out is, well, it's against the metal. I need to move this over. Oh, grab some cutters. When I got it set in place, this board was sitting too close to the, over here. Almost hitting the middle. Almost is not acceptable. So it's got to be moved. Piece of the hot glue. Use that for a standoff. Alright. This has got to go. I definitely need these active balance boards to be on the batteries themselves so they can keep track of the cell temperature. You can actually see the cell temperature from the app in your phone. Ow! I have a feeling this is going to be painful. And that's gotta go. That one ain't even staying mounted. Boy, I'll tell you what. Nope, still hot glue is only temporary. Don't expect it to stay. Hold the part. Wait and stand off. This is actually going to go to the bottom. Which is all the same size. That's a hard piece. That's right here. Yeah, I'm in place. Yeah. Right. I'm going to keep those cables secure, except for the little one sticking out here. I ended up having to take the middle bracket off because, well, it was wrong. Might have been right for factory, but for this battery, it was just wrong. Looked like it was going back out away from the battery instead of in. And it looks like I've got some tabs that are broken. But due to its shape, it'll hold. Okay, putting the battery in place. Take two. That's clear. That's the same thing there. Second one. That's not right. That's not right. I don't think I want to that's right. Did it work, but sure no, hey, I can hear. Let me go through again. Put that there. I'll go check on that. One, two, three, four, five, six. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One there. Okay, right. I'm going to put it out instead of this. Start it with that. This actually goes to the old top rack. The one for the bottom is, well, it's still in the battery. Alright, once again, grab my phone and make sure all the Bluetooth are there. Series. 1 BCA. It's already added. 2165. There it is. Zero 04 AD. Fantastic. They're all three there. Now I need to add 11D41. And where'd that other one go? And 11D57. Perfect. All five. Now the one I was concerned about or had to do a correction is this one. 204 AD. .4 volts. Balance is putting them at 3.3. Voltage difference 0.028. That's running a tight ship there. Oh no, I got a battery reading 0 volts. Ah, jeez. What an adapter. Oh, damn it. How many times must I take this top rack battery out to fix it? Yep. First battery in series, 0 volts. And all those cells are reading 2.3, 2.4 volts. I have no idea how that happened, but I'm going to have to pull this battery to find out. And here we go again. Should have checked them before I put it in place. Now, according to what it was reading, it was these two pins. It is. Okay, so that's the first battery set in series. Ground, positive. positive 0, 2.3, 2.3, 2.3, 2.4. Yep, sure enough, I've got a cold solder joint somewhere, and cold solder or broken wire. That one cell has went completely dead. Oh my lord. Wow. Yep, sure has. Well, I guess that means I'm going to have to charge this battery. One thing after another. Oh, I tell you what, I'm going to have to charge more than one. They're all 2.3. Starting in this row, except for this battery, and it's a half a volt. That's not good on these cells. Okay. Might be a good time for a test. See how these active balance boards take care of a problem that one cell is off, because every single cell is 2.4 volts because of that one cell being like it is. And this one's dead too. 0.1 volts. No, it come up. Hey, bad connection. 2.4. Alright, so that's 24S times 3.65 volts. I don't want Spectrum software. That's 81.6. That's a big boost converter off of a 36 volt power supply. I'm going to have to charge them. Okay, folks. Well, the bad news is I'm going to have to charge every one of these cells because, well, apparently I forgot to charge some of the cells and it pulled all cells down, and somehow I ended up with 1.5 volt. So after the cells are charged, I'll be back in.